historical moment in pro surfing, our first new name on the world champion list in about a decade because of the young lady next to Tyler in this heat. Carissa Moore won her third world title last year. She stole a title off of Tyler Wright in the past, and now the two going head to head. Your wildest dreams, that's what makes Carissa come back better each and every year. Tyler just with a couple of warm-up starts. Now her first real turn, looking clean and relaxed and feeling like a world champ. She'll extend her lead a bit, but behind her is Carissa Moore. Carissa finding the lip a couple times. Quickly moving down the beach, looking for a big finishing move. Winds up hard, will keep her board under her feet, and this final's just starting to warm up.
The prettiest days, it's still packed down at the beach. Let's have a look at Carissa Moore's wave first. Opens her account with a nice smooth turn. I love the flow that Carissa has in these very tricky waves. Riding down the line, beautiful turn again. So she just keeps that board moving rail to rail. And it keeps her feet in that sweet spot. Carissa Moore kicks out of a good opening exchange. Tyler Wright, a smaller wave on her third roll of the dice. A little bit more aggressive, a little bit more powerful as she jams out in the pocket. You can see there's almost a little bit more board that sticks out in front of Tyler as opposed to Carissa. Carissa, a wider stance.
Conlog went down to Carissa Moore in the second semi-final. At the start of the contest, of the final, Tyler decides to take off switch, dedicating this one to her older brother, Owen Wright, as we notice the number change. Tyler, her number jersey, always 13, as she makes a change to 3, as we see it now in the final.
Taught her and helped her around the world in her early years on tour, so that's family, mate.
Tyler now winds up, gets a little caught up on the first section. She'll get out of there real quick.
It just happens naturally for them. Others have got to really work hard and focus and do all that tough stuff, but here we go.
Tyler Wright looking for a 2.77 on this wave, and she'll go down on the first section. She starts to realize that she's the world champ. Realize all these hard yards she put in.
Are you going to get emotional, Joe?
God, I already have. Carissa Moore's up. First turn, she'll hang on to it off the lip. Another jam, as she always looks effortless. It's starting to change shape on the inside, but it's got a wedge now. And she'll end up having to kick out on the end section, so the next wave will set up for Tyler.
Rushing out, and it creates almost a rapid effect. As let's have a look at Carissa Moore. This is going to be a good little backup for a beautiful opening turn with just that extension of the back leg. And again, nice tight maneuver. This is where you thought it was kind of over, but she hops over that section and into a whole new wave. So Carissa Moore has just been finding these little gems this entire event, posting big scores.
The run that you've had the last 2 years, being so close to the world title, that must be so encouraging for you, just that all that hard work is paying off, and that next step is that world title.
Yeah, the next step's the world title. Obviously, there's probably a lot to be done to figure out how to get there, but I'm one step closer, being number 2, and just obviously constantly learning and improving myself as an athlete and competitor. And
she's going to be even harder to beat coming in 2017.
Exactly, and it's those building bricks I was talking about. Each loss is going to mean a little bit more to her, and it's going to make her drive a lot harder, as is this young lady here. She's won a 3 world titles, but she's had a year off in between each one, sharing it with Steph Gilmore. We've got a new champ now in Tyler Wright, but this young lady's not finished. She wants a Roxy Pro title here by the end of this day.
Undefeated in finals over Tyler with 6 straights, and so far in the lead over Wright, the new world champ, who needs a 9.6 to turn this one around. Carissa now up, doing some setup work. Nice and casual, she'll kick out. Bigger set out the back. Looks like this swell is still on the ride.
For some reason, I don't think Tyler really matters too much right now. I think she's just in cruise mode, Joe.
Tyler now just weaving through this wave. Doesn't have that great of a section on it. She'll just turn it through. She is carefree. Now surfing a section that she feels like getting into. It might double up. Not too concerned with it. You can tell she's super happy, feeling solid to be a world champion. It's not just one surfer. We can go all the way to the top 10 with contenders these days. Getting right back into the final of Tyler Wright, looking for a 9.6. She's looking very loose, comfortable. This final sort of changed its meaning. If it was against Courtney Conlogue, it would have been a final to decide the world title. It is your most emotional, can bring you the greatest success professionally. As we watch Carissa Moore now, nice and casually off the top. Form always perfect, making it look so easy. Vertical again, jamming it off the top. She's found that flow and rhythm. Looking for her first win at the Roxy Pro France. She'll shut that one down on the inside corner.
Tyler can come back with a couple of good scores.
Tyler with priority, with really nothing to prove. Wearing the Jeep yellow jersey for good reason, and she'll wear that one for the remainder of the season and to the start of 2017. Game plan of becoming #1 in the world.
Yeah, exactly right. Let's have a look at Carissa's last ride. Wave number 8 for Carissa Moore. You talk about that groove that she found, that rhythm. She's had this the whole event. You know, it's been a little bit of a lackluster final, but sometimes that's the way the cookie crumbles. Carissa finding a little gem and absolutely blitzing it all the way through the inside to a massive score, Joe.
9.03 and a huge lead now. Tyler Wright's combo.
Yeah, and just as I thought. I mean, she's already looking down the barrel of a 9.6, so with this wave locked in, the judges loved it too. 2 9.3s, a 9, an 8, and an 8.5. So you lose the high and the low. 9.03. Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's what sort of maybe unhinges your rhythm, is these lay days.
Carissa now is having a ball in these conditions. She has Tyler comboed as she looks like she might take 7 straights in finals over the Australian. And Tyler's just been looking loose, cruising through her points, catching lots of waves, and enjoying this moment. Tyler carves her way out on the inside. She's had such a stellar year, and she's put in a lot of hard work, especially with surfboards. And Keanu Singh, by reputation, is not fazed by the big names of the sport, and will have a big opportunity to show that in the next heat. 4:20 to go. Carissa Moore enjoying her backhand rhythm. From carves to snaps, even little extend to slides off the coping. That one's not going to run through the inside. She'll turn around and cheer Tyler on. Tyler with a rebound, and she will switch it up for Owen. At the 4-minute mark, she's guaranteed world #1. Nothing to prove here.
And she's won 4 events. Courtney Conlogue with 2. And the year's not over yet, so that's how dominant she was. That's how consistent she was. You know, the events that she wasn't winning, I think she had 1/13th in there that Bethany gave her to sit back and enjoy it. Share it with your family and friends, and yeah.
Really special taking that in. 40 seconds on the clock. Carissa Moore in devastating form. 9.73 threes, and enjoying just her looks on her backhand. We don't get to see her in a lot of performance stretched out lefts, and she's done well going left this season, even in waves of consequence, making her first final at Cloudbreak at the Fiji Pro.
Young lady, well, what do you say about her? She is our new world champion, Joe. That sounds pretty good.
It sounds amazing. Carissa Moore takes out the Roxy Pro for the first time in her career, as she'll be chaired up the beach by her fiance Luke, who's on hand. Also Terry Romine standing by, working hard behind the scenes. We'll be talking to her in just a moment.
I can't look like a total.
Ready?
But now seeing how impressive it is to start off with a win, you can see she's already preparing to be back in the title race for next season, and this chair's for good reason. This is a world champion moment for Tyler Wright, and it was made official when Carissa played spoiler and took out #2 in the world, Courtney Conlogue. And I think she needed some time to take it in. She had her headphones on. Gilmore was the first to rip one off and say, hey, you got something to celebrate right now.
Yeah, you are the new champ. No better feeling, Joe.
The vibe is alive and well here in the southwest of France. We have a brand new world champion, Tyler Wright, and Carissa Moore takes her first ever title here at the Roxy Pro.